Ever felt overwhelmed by life's challenges? The audiobook, Embrace the Obstacle, Turn Pain into Power, reveals the secret to transforming adversity into your greatest ally. Discover how to harness your inner strength, cultivate resilience, and unleash your passion to overcome any obstacle. This book provides a roadmap to personal transformation, empowering you to face life's hurdles with confidence and grace. Don't let challenges hold you back. Learn to embrace them and unlock your full potential. Missing out leaves you trapped in a cycle of frustration and missed opportunities, watching others thrive while you merely survive. Are you ready to turn your pain into unstoppable power? Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to Grow to the Top and activate notifications to receive more self-improvement tips that will supercharge your growth. And make sure to give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. It really helps the channel grow. Thank you for your support. Chapter 1: The Power of Embracing Obstacles. Life has a peculiar way of testing our resolve, doesn't it? Just when we think we've got it all figured out, an unexpected challenge appears, threatening to derail our carefully laid plans. But what if I told you that these very obstacles, these apparent roadblocks, are actually hidden gateways to extraordinary personal growth and empowerment? As you embark on this journey through Embrace the Obstacle, Turn Pain into Power, you'll discover a transformative approach to life's challenges. From the very first read, you'll gain immediate insights into the nature of obstacles and how they can be leveraged for personal growth. You'll learn to recognize the inherent opportunities within challenges and take your initial steps towards a more resilient and empowered version of yourself. This book isn't just about quick fixes or temporary solutions. It's about initiating a profound shift in your mindset that will continue to yield benefits long after you've turned the last page. Over time, as you integrate these principles into your daily life, you'll notice a remarkable transformation. You'll develop a resilient mindset that not only withstands life's storms, but thrives in them. This long-term personal growth will touch every aspect of your life, from your relationships to your career and beyond. One of the most crucial aspects of this journey is understanding the true nature of challenges. Often, we see obstacles as unwelcome intruders in our lives, things to be avoided or quickly overcome. But this perspective misses the transformative potential inherent in every challenge. Each obstacle carries within it the seeds of personal growth, waiting to be nurtured by your conscious effort and perspective shift. This brings us to the core philosophy of this book. The path to power lies in our ability to transform pain into strength. It's not about avoiding discomfort or seeking an easy way out. Instead, it's about embracing the difficulty, understanding its lessons, and using it as a catalyst for personal evolution. This approach doesn't just help you overcome obstacles, it fundamentally changes your relationship with challenges, turning them from sources of fear into opportunities for growth. The journey we're about to embark on involves several key concepts and strategies, each building upon the other to create a comprehensive approach to personal empowerment. These steps have been carefully selected and ordered to provide a sequential approach to transformation. Each concept is a crucial piece of the puzzle, designed to work in harmony with the others to create a powerful, integrated framework for personal growth. You might be wondering about the intriguing chapter titles you've glimpsed in the table of contents. Titles like Inner Compass, Silent Observer, and Mind's Choice hint at the profound concepts we'll explore together. Each of these represents a unique facet of our journey, a powerful tool in your arsenal of personal growth. As we progress, you'll uncover the deep significance behind these enigmatic titles and how they tie into your path of transformation. The structure of this book is intentional, with each chapter laying the groundwork for the next. We'll start by exploring foundational concepts that will shift your perspective on challenges. From there, we'll delve into practical strategies that will help you not just cope with obstacles, but actively use them as stepping stones to success. This carefully crafted sequence ensures that you're not just learning isolated techniques, but building a cohesive, powerful approach to life's challenges. As we begin this journey together, You might be curious about what lies ahead in chapters like Golden Threads or Alchemy of Adversity. Each chapter will introduce you to a unique concept or strategy, providing you with practical tools to implement in your daily life. You'll find yourself developing new habits, shifting long-held perspectives, and uncovering strengths you never knew you had. The path ahead is filled with intriguing concepts and powerful strategies. In the next chapter, we'll dive into the first of these transformative ideas, exploring a fundamental skill that will serve as the compass for your journey of personal growth. This skill will open your eyes to an entirely new way of navigating life's challenges, setting the stage for the remarkable transformation that lies ahead. Get ready to discover the power of your inner compass and how it can guide you through the most turbulent of times. Chapter 2: Inner Compass. Have you ever felt lost in the tumultuous sea of your own emotions, like a ship without a rudder, tossed about by waves of feelings you can't quite name or understand? We all have. But what if I told you that within you lies a powerful tool, an inner compass that can guide you through even the stormiest emotional waters? This inner compass isn't some mystical device or esoteric concept. It's something far more fundamental, yet often overlooked in our daily lives. It's the key to not just surviving life's challenges, but thriving in the face of them. As we explore this chapter, you'll begin to uncover what this inner compass truly is and how it can transform your approach to obstacles. Think back to a time when you faced a significant challenge. Perhaps it was a difficult project at work, a personal loss, or a major life transition. How did you feel? Overwhelmed? Anxious? Angry? Now, imagine if you had a way to navigate those intense emotions, to understand them not as hindrances, but as valuable signals guiding you towards growth and resilience. This is where our journey begins. The inner compass we're talking about is deeply connected to our emotional landscape. It's about developing a keen awareness of our feelings, understanding their messages, and using that knowledge to steer our course through life's obstacles. But why is this so crucial for embracing obstacles and turning pain into power? Well, consider this. Our emotions are not random occurrences. They're sophisticated responses to our environment, our thoughts, and our experiences. When we learn to tune into them, we gain access to a wealth of information about ourselves and our situations. This awareness becomes our secret weapon in facing challenges head-on. Think of it like this. Emotions are the language your inner self uses to communicate with you. When you're fluent in this language, you can better understand what you need, what's holding you back, and what's pushing you forward. This emotional intelligence becomes a powerful tool for personal growth, allowing you to respond to obstacles with clarity and purpose rather than reacting blindly. Now, you might be thinking, that sounds great, but I'm not always aware of my emotions. Sometimes they seem to come out of nowhere and overwhelm me. And you're not alone in feeling this way. Many of us have been taught to suppress or ignore our emotions, especially the uncomfortable ones. But here's the thing. Recognizing and embracing all of our emotions, the good, the bad, and the ugly, is the first step in harnessing their power. So how do we start cultivating this emotional awareness? It begins with simply paying attention. Throughout your day, take moments to check in with yourself. What are you feeling right now? Can you name the emotion? Where do you feel it in your body? This practice of noticing and naming our emotions might seem simple, but it's a powerful way to start building your emotional vocabulary. As you become more adept at recognizing your emotions, you'll start to see patterns emerge. You might notice that certain situations consistently trigger specific emotional responses. This insight is invaluable. It allows you to anticipate emotional reactions and prepare for them, giving you a sense of control even in challenging circumstances. But awareness is just the beginning. The real magic happens when we learn to accept our emotions without judgment. This doesn't mean we let our emotions control us. Rather, it's about acknowledging them as valid experiences, whether they're pleasant or uncomfortable. When we accept our emotions, we create space to understand them better and use them constructively. One powerful technique for fostering this acceptance is journaling. By putting our feelings into words, we externalize them, making them easier to examine and understand. Try setting aside a few minutes each day to write about your emotional experiences. What triggered them? How did they manifest? How did you respond? Over time, you'll start to see patterns and gain insights that can guide your personal growth. Another valuable practice is mindful breathing. When we're caught up in intense emotions, our breathing often becomes shallow and rapid. By consciously slowing and deepening our breath, we can create a sense of calm that allows us to observe our emotions more objectively. Try this. The next time you feel emotionally charged, take a moment to focus on your breath. Breathe in slowly for a count of 4. Hold for 4. Then exhale for 4. Repeat this cycle a few times and notice how it affects your emotional state. As you develop this emotional awareness and acceptance, something remarkable begins to happen. Your emotions transform from overwhelming forces into valuable guides. Each feeling becomes a message, providing information about your needs, values, and boundaries. Anger might be telling you that a boundary has been crossed. Sadness might be highlighting something important that you've lost or are missing. Joy might be pointing you towards activities and relationships that truly fulfill you. Learning to decode these emotional messages takes practice, but it's an invaluable skill. When you can understand what your emotions are telling you, you can make decisions that are aligned with your true self. This doesn't mean always following your emotions. Sometimes they can be misleading, but it does mean taking them into account as important sources of information. Imagine facing a challenging situation armed with this emotional intelligence. Instead of being overwhelmed by fear or anger, you're able to recognize these emotions, understand their origins, and use that insight to inform your response. You might still feel the intensity of the emotions, but they no longer control you. Instead, they become tools in your arsenal, helping you navigate the obstacle with greater clarity and purpose. As you continue to practice these techniques, you'll likely notice some significant changes. Your emotional regulation improves, allowing you to stay calm and centered even in stressful situations. Your decision-making abilities are enhanced as you learn to balance emotional insight with rational thought. And perhaps most importantly, your overall emotional intelligence grows, improving your relationships with others and with yourself. Of course, this journey isn't always smooth sailing. There may be times when you fall back into old patterns of emotional suppression or feel overwhelmed by the intensity of your feelings. This is normal and part of the learning process. The key is to be patient with yourself and to keep practicing. Remember, developing your inner compass is a skill, and like any skill, it improves with consistent effort. As we close this chapter, take a moment to reflect on what you've learned. You've begun to uncover the power of your inner compass, this innate emotional guidance system that can help you navigate life's challenges with greater ease and purpose. But this is just the beginning of our journey. In the next chapter, we'll explore another fascinating dimension of personal growth, one that will challenge your perceptions and open up new possibilities for embracing obstacles. Are you ready to step into the realm of the silent observer? Chapter 3, Silent Observer. In the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, have you ever felt like you're simply going through the motions? Like you're watching your life unfold from a distance, detached from your experiences? It's a common sensation in our fast-paced world, where we're constantly pulled in multiple directions. But what if I told you there's a way to fully immerse yourself in your life, to face challenges head-on with a sense of calm and clarity? This chapter introduces you to a powerful concept, one that might seem paradoxical at first. It's about becoming deeply engaged with your life by learning to step back and observe. It's about finding strength in stillness and power in presence. As we explore this idea, you'll begin to understand the profound impact it can have on your ability to embrace obstacles and transform pain into power. Think about a time when you were faced with a significant challenge. Perhaps you felt overwhelmed, your mind racing with worst-case scenarios and potential outcomes. In those moments, our natural tendency is often to resist, to fight against the discomfort, or try to push it away. But what if there was another way? What if instead of resisting, you could learn to observe your experience with a sense of calm curiosity? This is where the concept of the silent observer comes into play. It's about developing the ability to witness your thoughts, emotions, and experiences without getting caught up in them. It's a skill that allows you to navigate life's storms with greater ease and resilience. But why is this so crucial for embracing obstacles and turning pain into power? Well, when we're caught up in the whirlwind of our thoughts and emotions, it's easy to lose perspective. We might catastrophize, letting our fears run wild, or we might try to numb ourselves to avoid the discomfort. Neither of these approaches helps us effectively deal with the challenges at hand. By cultivating the ability to observe silently, we create space between ourselves and our experiences. This space allows us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. It gives us the power to choose our actions rather than being driven by automatic patterns or overwhelming emotions. Now, you might be wondering how to develop this ability. The key lies in a practice that's gained a lot of attention in recent years: mindfulness. At its core, mindfulness is about paying attention to the present moment with openness and curiosity. It's about fully experiencing what's happening right now without getting lost in thoughts about the past or worries about the future. Mindfulness might sound simple, but it's a powerful tool for navigating life's challenges. When we're mindful, we're better able to recognize our thoughts and emotions for what they are: temporary mental events rather than absolute truths. This awareness gives us the freedom to choose how we want to respond to our experiences rather than being controlled by them. So, how do we start cultivating this mindful awareness? One of the most fundamental techniques is mindful breathing. It's a simple practice that you can do anywhere, at any time. Here's how it works. Bring your attention to your breath. Notice the sensation of the air moving in and out of your body. Don't try to change your breathing, just observe it. When your mind wanders, and it will, gently bring your attention back to your breath. This simple exercise might not seem like much, but it's incredibly powerful. By focusing on your breath, you're anchoring yourself in the present moment. You're training your mind to stay focused rather than getting carried away by thoughts or emotions. And you're developing the skill of noticing when your mind has wandered and bringing it back, a skill that's invaluable when facing life's challenges. Another powerful mindfulness technique is the body scan meditation. This involves systematically bringing your attention to different parts of your body, noticing any sensations present without trying to change them. This practice helps you develop a deeper awareness of your physical experience, which can be particularly helpful when dealing with stress or difficult emotions. As you practice these techniques, you'll likely notice something interesting. Your thoughts and emotions don't disappear, but your relationship to them changes. You start to develop what we call non-judgmental awareness. This means you're able to observe your thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them or judging them as good or bad. Imagine watching your thoughts pass by like clouds in the sky. You see them, you acknowledge them, but you don't need to chase after them or push them away. This non-judgmental awareness is a powerful tool for dealing with obstacles. It allows you to face challenges without getting overwhelmed by your emotional reactions. You can acknowledge the difficulty of a situation without adding extra suffering through judgment or resistance. Of course, developing this skill takes practice. At first, you might find it difficult to stay present or to observe your thoughts without getting caught up in them. This is completely normal. The key is to approach your practice with patience and self-compassion. Each time you notice your mind has wandered and you bring it back to the present, you're strengthening your mindfulness muscle. As you continue to practice, you'll find opportunities to bring mindfulness into your daily life. You might practice mindful communication, really listening to others without planning your response. Or you might bring mindfulness to everyday activities like eating or walking, fully engaging with the sensory experience of these moments. To help you get started, here are a few simple exercises you can try. 1. Take 3 mindful breaths at various points throughout your day. Really focus on the sensation of breathing. 2. Practice a short body scan when you wake up or before you go to sleep. Bring your attention to each part of your body, noticing any sensations present. 3. Choose one daily activity, like brushing your teeth or washing dishes, to do mindfully, really focusing on the sensory experience. As you integrate these practices into your life, you'll likely start to notice some changes. You might find you're more aware of the present moment, less caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past. You might experience reduced stress and anxiety as you learn to observe your thoughts without getting caught up in them. And you might find you're better able to regulate your emotions, responding to challenges with greater calm and clarity. Of course, like any skill, developing mindfulness takes time and practice. There may be days when you find it difficult to stay present, when your mind seems particularly busy or your emotions particularly intense. This is all part of the process. The key is to approach your practice with patience and persistence, gently bringing your attention back to the present moment again and again. As we wrap up this chapter, take a moment to reflect on what you've learned. You've begun to explore the power of the silent observer, this capacity within you to witness your experiences with calm awareness. You've learned techniques to cultivate mindfulness and non-judgmental awareness, powerful tools for navigating life's challenges. But our journey is far from over. In the next chapter, we'll delve into another crucial aspect of embracing obstacles and turning pain into power. We'll explore a fundamental choice that each of us faces in every moment, a choice that has the power to completely transform our experience of life's challenges. The path ahead holds secrets that will revolutionize your approach to adversity, opening doors you never knew existed. Chapter 4, Mind's Choice. Have you ever wondered why two people can face the same challenge and come away with completely different experiences? Why one person might crumble under pressure while another thrives? The answer lies not in the nature of the challenge itself, but in something far more powerful and personal. Imagine for a moment that you possess a secret weapon, one that could transform any obstacle into an opportunity, any setback into a stepping stone. This weapon isn't something you need to acquire. It's already within you, waiting to be harnessed. As we explore this chapter, you'll begin to uncover the true nature of this inner strength and how it can revolutionize your approach to life's challenges. Think back to a time when you faced a significant obstacle. How did you respond? Did you feel overwhelmed, defeated, or did you rise to the challenge? The difference often lies in a subtle yet profound choice, a choice that we make, consciously or unconsciously, in every moment of our lives. This choice is at the heart of our ability to embrace obstacles and turn pain into power. It's not about the circumstances we face, but about how we choose to perceive and respond to them. This is the essence of what we call the mind's choice, the power to choose our attitude in any given situation. But why is this so crucial? Well, our attitude acts as a filter through which we experience the world. It colors our perceptions, influences our emotions, and ultimately shapes our actions. When we face challenges with a negative attitude, we're more likely to feel overwhelmed and defeated. But when we approach the same challenges with a positive attitude, we open ourselves up to possibilities and solutions we might otherwise miss. The power of attitude in shaping our experiences cannot be overstated. It's not just about feeling good. It's about equipping ourselves with the mental and emotional resources to effectively navigate life's ups and downs. A positive attitude doesn't mean ignoring difficulties or pretending everything is fine. Instead, it's about choosing to approach challenges with optimism, resilience, and a belief in our ability to overcome them. Now, you might be thinking, that sounds great, but I can't just flip a switch and change my attitude. And you're right. Developing a positive attitude is a process, one that requires consistent effort and practice. But the good news is that it's a skill that can be learned and strengthened over time. So how do we start cultivating this positive attitude? One powerful technique is to practice reframing. This involves consciously choosing to look at situations from a different perspective. For example, instead of seeing a setback as a failure, you might choose to view it as a learning opportunity. Instead of focusing on what you can't control, you shift your attention to what you can influence. Another important aspect of developing a positive attitude is becoming aware of and challenging negative thought patterns. We all have an inner critic, that voice that points out our flaws and predicts the worst outcomes. But we don't have to let that voice dominate our thinking. By learning to recognize negative self-talk, we can begin to challenge and reframe these thoughts in a more balanced and positive way. Let's look at a real-life example to illustrate the power of this mind's choice. Sarah was a talented artist who had always dreamed of opening her own gallery. When she finally took the leap and opened her business, she faced numerous challenges: financial struggles, slow sales, and harsh criticism from some in the art community. At first, Sarah felt overwhelmed and began to doubt her decision. But then she made a crucial choice. Instead of seeing these challenges as signs of failure, she chose to view them as opportunities for growth and learning. Sarah reframed her financial struggles as a chance to become more business savvy. She saw slow sales as an opportunity to refine her marketing strategies, and she chose to use criticism as valuable feedback to improve her work. This shift in attitude didn't make her problems disappear, but it gave her the resilience and creativity to navigate them effectively. Over time, Sarah's gallery not only survived but thrived, becoming a respected fixture in the local art scene. This story illustrates the transformative power of the mind's choice. By consciously choosing her attitude, Sarah was able to turn potential obstacles into stepping stones for success. Now, let's explore some practical exercises to help you harness the power of the mind's choice in your own life. One effective technique is cognitive restructuring. This involves identifying negative thought patterns and consciously replacing them with more balanced, positive alternatives. For instance, if you catch yourself thinking, "I'll never be able to handle this challenge," you might reframe it as, "This is difficult. But I've overcome challenges before, and I can learn from this experience." Another powerful practice is positive self-talk. This doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. Instead, it's about encouraging yourself the way you would a good friend. When facing a challenge, try saying something like, "This is tough, but I'm capable and resourceful. I can figure this out step by step." As you integrate these practices into your daily life, you're likely to notice some significant changes. Your mental resilience will improve, allowing you to bounce back more quickly from setbacks. You'll develop a more positive outlook, seeing opportunities where you once saw only obstacles. And perhaps most importantly, you'll gain a greater sense of control over your reactions to life's challenges. Of course, like any skill, mastering the mind's choice takes time and practice. There may be days when negative thoughts persist, when it feels difficult to shift your perspective. This is normal and part of the learning process. The key is to be patient with yourself and to keep practicing. Remember, every time you consciously choose a positive attitude, you're strengthening this crucial skill. One common challenge people face when working on their attitude is the persistence of negative thought patterns. These ingrained habits of thinking can be stubborn, often resurfacing just when we think we've overcome them. If you find yourself struggling with persistent negative thoughts, try this. Acknowledge the thought without judgment, then gently redirect your focus to a more balanced perspective. Over time, this practice can help weaken the hold of negative thinking patterns. Another potential pitfall is the difficulty of changing perspectives, especially in the face of significant challenges. When life throws us a curveball, it's natural to feel overwhelmed or stuck in a negative mindset. In these moments, it can be helpful to start small. Focus on finding just one positive aspect or potential lesson in the situation. This small shift can often be the first step towards a broader change in perspective. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on what you've learned. You've begun to uncover the power of the mind's choice, this innate ability to shape your experience through your chosen attitude. You've learned techniques to reframe challenges, overcome negative thinking, and cultivate a more positive outlook. But remember, this is just one piece of the puzzle in our journey to embrace obstacles and turn pain into power. In the next chapter, we'll explore another fascinating dimension of personal growth, one that has the power to transform your entire perspective on life's challenges. We'll delve into a practice that can turn even the darkest moments into sources of light and strength. The path ahead holds secrets that will revolutionize your approach to adversity, revealing hidden treasures in the most unexpected places. Chapter 5: Golden Threads. In the tapestry of life, have you ever noticed how even the darkest moments can be interwoven with threads of gold? These golden threads, often invisible at first glance, have the power to transform our perception of challenges and adversity. As we explore this chapter, you'll discover a practice that can help you not only see these threads, but weave them into a powerful tool for resilience and personal growth. Think back to a time when you faced a significant obstacle. In the midst of the struggle, it might have been hard to see anything positive. But what if I told you that hidden within every challenge, every setback, every moment of pain, there lies a golden opportunity? An opportunity not just to overcome, but to grow, to learn, to become stronger. This might sound like a lofty ideal, especially when we're in the thick of difficulties. But as we delve deeper into this chapter, you'll begin to understand the profound impact that recognizing these golden threads can have on your ability to embrace obstacles and turn pain into power. So, what exactly are these golden threads we're talking about? They're the often overlooked positive aspects of our experiences, the silver linings in the storm clouds, the lessons in our failures, the strength we gain from our struggles. And the key to seeing them lies in a simple yet powerful practice: gratitude. Now, you might be thinking, gratitude? How can being thankful help me when I'm facing real challenges? And that's a fair question. After all, gratitude isn't about ignoring difficulties or pretending everything is perfect. Instead, it's about training our minds to recognize the good that exists alongside the bad, no matter how small it might seem. The power of gratitude in shifting our perspectives cannot be overstated. When we actively look for things to be grateful for, even in challenging situations, we begin to see our experiences in a new light. This shift in perspective can be the difference between feeling overwhelmed by obstacles and seeing them as opportunities for growth. But gratitude isn't just a feel-good practice. It's backed by science. Research has shown that cultivating gratitude can have significant psychological and physical benefits. People who practice gratitude regularly report lower levels of stress, improved mood, better sleep, and even stronger immune systems. From a neuroscience perspective, gratitude activates areas of the brain associated with positive emotions and social bonding, while reducing activity in areas linked to stress and negative emotions. So how do we start cultivating this powerful practice? One of the most effective ways is through keeping a gratitude journal. This involves taking a few minutes each day to write down things you're grateful for. These can be big things like good health or loving relationships, or small things like a warm cup of coffee or a beautiful sunset. The key is to be specific and to really let yourself feel the gratitude as you write. Another powerful practice is gratitude meditation. This involves taking time to sit quietly and focus your mind on things you're grateful for. As you bring each thing to mind, really allow yourself to feel the warmth of gratitude in your body. This practice not only helps you recognize more things to be grateful for, but also strengthens your ability to access feelings of gratitude throughout your day. Now, you might be wondering, that's all well and good when things are going okay, but how can I find gratitude when I'm facing real adversity? This is where the practice of gratitude becomes truly transformative. When we're in the midst of challenges, gratitude can serve as a powerful coping mechanism, helping us to find balance and perspective. The key is to look for hidden blessings, no matter how small they might seem. Maybe a setback at work led to a valuable lesson that will serve you well in the future. Perhaps a health challenge helped you appreciate the support of loved ones. Or maybe a difficult situation revealed strengths you didn't know you had. By actively seeking out these golden threads, we can begin to reframe our challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. Let's look at a practical example. Sarah, a small business owner, faced a major setback when her main supplier went out of business unexpectedly. At first, she was overwhelmed with stress and worry, but then she decided to try applying gratitude to the situation. She started by being grateful for the loyal customers who stuck with her during the transition. She found gratitude for the problem-solving skills she was developing as she sought new suppliers. She even found herself grateful for the wake-up call that prompted her to diversify her supply chain, making her business more resilient for the future. Did gratitude make Sarah's problems disappear? No, but it did help her approach the challenge with a more balanced perspective, reducing her stress and helping her see opportunities she might have missed if she'd remained focused solely on the negative aspects of the situation. To help you get started with your own gratitude practice, here are a few prompts you might find helpful. What's something in your immediate environment that you're grateful for? Who is someone who has positively impacted your life recently, and why are you grateful for them? What's a challenge you're facing right now, and can you find something to be grateful for within that challenge? What's a small pleasure you enjoyed today? What's something about yourself that you're grateful for? Remember, the goal isn't to ignore difficulties or pretend everything is perfect. It's about training your mind to recognize the good that exists alongside the challenges, helping you maintain balance and perspective. As you integrate gratitude into your daily life, you're likely to notice some significant changes. You may find yourself developing a more positive mindset, able to see opportunities where you once saw only obstacles. Your emotional well-being might improve, with increased feelings of joy and contentment. And perhaps most importantly, for our journey of embracing obstacles, you're likely to develop greater resilience, better able to bounce back from setbacks and navigate challenges with grace. Of course, like any practice, cultivating gratitude can come with its challenges. You might find it difficult to maintain a consistent gratitude practice, especially when life gets busy or stressful. If this happens, try linking your gratitude practice to an existing habit. For example, you might take a moment for gratitude each morning as you drink your coffee, or each evening as you get ready for bed. Another common pitfall is overlooking small blessings in favor of big, dramatic things to be grateful for. Remember, gratitude isn't about finding earth-shattering revelations every day. It's about recognizing and appreciating the small, everyday joys and blessings that we often take for granted. A warm smile from a stranger, a moment of peace in a busy day, the comfort of a familiar song. These small moments are the golden threads that, when woven together, create a tapestry of joy and resilience in our lives. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on what you've learned. You've begun to uncover the power of gratitude, this ability to recognize the golden threads woven through even the most challenging experiences. You've learned techniques to cultivate gratitude and use it as a tool for resilience and personal growth. But remember, this is just one more piece of the puzzle in our journey to embrace obstacles and turn pain into power. In the next chapter, we'll explore another crucial aspect of personal transformation, one that challenges our very perception of success and failure. We'll delve into a concept that has the power to revolutionize your approach to challenges, freeing you from the constraints of conventional thinking and opening up new realms of possibility. The path ahead holds secrets that will shake the foundations of how you view effort and achievement, revealing a liberating truth that lies at the heart of true personal power. Chapter 6: Flow of Effort. Have you ever found yourself so engrossed in a task that time seemed to disappear, where your focus was so complete that the boundary between you and your work blurred? This state, often described as being in the zone, holds a key to unlocking our potential in the face of challenges. As we explore this chapter, you'll discover how tapping into this flow can transform your approach to obstacles and revolutionize your journey of personal growth. Think back to a time when you faced a significant challenge. How much of your energy was spent worrying about the outcome? How often did you find yourself frustrated by factors outside your control? What if I told you there's a way to approach challenges that not only reduces this stress, but also dramatically increases your chances of success? This approach is rooted in a fundamental shift in how we view effort and results. In our achievement-oriented society, we're often taught to focus on outcomes. We set goals, we strive for success, and we judge ourselves harshly when we fall short. But what if the real power lies not in the result, but in the effort itself? This is the essence of what we call the flow of effort. It's about immersing ourselves fully in the process, valuing the journey as much as, if not more than, the destination. It's about recognizing that true growth and transformation happen not in the moments of triumph, but in the countless hours of persistent effort that precede them. But why is this so crucial for embracing obstacles and turning pain into power? Well, when we shift our focus from results to effort, we gain a sense of control, even in the face of uncertainty. We can't always control outcomes, but we can always control our effort. This shift in perspective can be incredibly empowering, especially when facing significant challenges. Moreover, by valuing effort over results, we open ourselves up to a growth mindset. This is the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. When we adopt a growth mindset, obstacles become opportunities for learning and improvement rather than threats to our self-worth. Consider the story of Thomas Edison. In his quest to invent the light bulb, Edison reportedly failed over 1,000 times before finding a successful design. When asked about these failures, Edison famously replied, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This attitude exemplifies the power of valuing effort over results. Each failure was seen not as a setback, but as a step forward in the learning process. Now you might be thinking, that's all well and good, but how do I let go of my attachment to results? How do I stop worrying about outcomes? And that's a valid question. After all, we live in a world that often judges us based on our achievements. The key lies in understanding the difference between control and influence. We often waste energy trying to control things that are ultimately outside our power. The weather, other people's actions, unforeseen circumstances, these are all factors we can influence to some degree, but never fully control. By accepting this reality and focusing our energy on what we can control, our effort, our attitude, our responses, we free ourselves from a great deal of unnecessary stress and frustration. This doesn't mean we become passive or stop caring about results. Rather, it means we recognize that the surest path to achieving our goals is to focus on giving our best effort consistently, regardless of immediate outcomes. It's about trusting in the process and having faith that our persistent efforts will eventually bear fruit. So, how do we cultivate this persistence? One powerful technique is to celebrate small wins. Instead of fixating on a distant goal, break your journey down into smaller, manageable steps. Each time you complete one of these steps, take a moment to acknowledge your effort. This not only provides regular doses of motivation, but also helps build a habit of persistence. Another important aspect of the flow of effort is developing long-term resilience. This involves building the mental and emotional stamina to keep going, even when progress seems slow or setbacks occur. It's about developing a deep-seated belief in the value of your effort, regardless of immediate results. To help you start implementing these ideas, let's explore some practical exercises. One effective technique is setting process-oriented goals. Instead of focusing solely on the end result, set goals that emphasize the actions you'll take to get there. For example, instead of lose 20 pounds, your goal might be exercise for 30 minutes 5 days a week and eat a balanced diet. This shifts your focus to the things you can control, your daily habits and efforts. Another powerful practice is the effort celebration exercise. At the end of each day, take a few moments to reflect on and celebrate the effort you put in, regardless of the outcomes. Did you persist in the face of a challenge? Did you try something new? Did you give your best effort to an important task? Acknowledge and appreciate these efforts. Over time, this practice can help rewire your brain to find satisfaction and motivation in the process itself, not just the results. As you integrate these practices into your life, you're likely to notice some significant changes. Your persistence will likely increase as you learn to find satisfaction in the effort itself. You may find yourself becoming more resilient, better able to bounce back from setbacks and keep going in the face of challenges. And perhaps most profoundly, you may experience a greater sense of acceptance of yourself, of others, and of life's inherent uncertainties. Of course, like any significant shift in perspective, embracing the flow of effort can come with its challenges. You might find yourself feeling frustrated when you can't control outcomes, especially in high-stakes situations. If this happens, gently remind yourself to refocus on what you can control: your effort, your attitude, your responses. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what's the next right action I can take? Another potential pitfall is burnout from persistent effort. While persistence is crucial, it's equally important to balance effort with rest and self-care. Remember, the flow of effort is not about grinding yourself down, but about finding a sustainable rhythm of focused action and renewal. If you find yourself feeling overwhelmed or burnt out, it might be time to step back, rest, and reassess your approach. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on what you've learned. You've begun to uncover the power of the flow of effort, this ability to find satisfaction and growth in the process itself, regardless of immediate outcomes. You've learned techniques to shift your focus from results to effort, to cultivate persistence, and to celebrate the journey of personal growth. But remember, this is just one more piece of the puzzle in our journey to embrace obstacles and turn pain into power. In the next chapter, we'll explore a concept that has the potential to completely revolutionize your perspective on challenges and adversity. We'll delve into an ancient wisdom that, when applied to modern life, can transform even the most daunting obstacles into catalysts for extraordinary growth. The path ahead holds secrets that will challenge your very conception of what it means to face difficulties, revealing a hidden alchemy that can turn life's lead into gold. Chapter 7: Alchemy of Adversity. In the annals of human history, there's a curious pattern that emerges when we look at the lives of great innovators, leaders, and visionaries. Time and again, we find stories of individuals who face seemingly insurmountable obstacles, yet emerged not just unscathed, but transformed. It's as if they possessed a secret formula, an ability to turn the lead of their challenges into the gold of personal growth and achievement. As we delve into this chapter, you'll discover that this secret formula isn't as mysterious as it might seem. In fact, it's a skill that each of us can cultivate. Think back to a time when you faced a significant setback or challenge. In that moment, it likely felt like a roadblock, an unwelcome interruption in your journey. But what if I told you that hidden within that very obstacle was the seed of an opportunity so powerful it could catapult you forward in ways you never imagined? This is the essence of what we call the alchemy of adversity. Just as the alchemists of old sought to transform base metals into gold, we too can learn to transmute our challenges into catalysts for growth and personal power. But why is this so crucial for our journey of embracing obstacles and turning pain into power? The answer lies in the transformative nature of adversity itself. When we face challenges, we're pushed out of our comfort zones. We're forced to adapt, to learn, to grow. In essence, adversity provides us with opportunities for improvement that we might never seek out on our own. By learning to see obstacles in this light, we can begin to approach them not with dread, but with a sense of anticipation for the growth they might bring. This perspective shift is rooted in what psychologists call a growth mindset. This is the belief that our abilities and intelligence aren't fixed traits, but can be developed through dedication and hard work. When we approach adversity with a growth mindset, we see challenges not as threats to our capabilities, but as opportunities to expand them. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, which we touched upon in the previous chapter. Edison's journey to invent the light bulb was fraught with failure after failure. But rather than seeing these setbacks as obstacles, Edison viewed each failed attempt as a step closer to success. "I have not failed," he famously said. "I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This attitude exemplifies the alchemy of adversity in action. But Edison is far from the only example. History is replete with stories of individuals who used adversity as a springboard for growth and achievement. Consider Helen Keller, who overcame the incredible challenges of being both deaf and blind to become a renowned author and activist. Or Nelson Mandela, who emerged from 27 years of imprisonment to lead South Africa towards reconciliation and democracy. These individuals didn't just overcome their challenges, they were transformed by them. So how do we begin to cultivate this alchemical ability in our own lives? One key strategy is to commit to continuous learning and adaptation. When faced with a challenge, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" try asking, "What can I learn from this?" This simple shift in perspective can open up a world of opportunities for growth and improvement. Another powerful practice is setting improvement goals. Rather than focusing solely on outcome-based goals, try setting goals that emphasize personal growth and skill development. For example, if you're facing a challenging project at work, your goal might be to improve your problem-solving skills or to learn a new technical skill that will help you tackle the project more effectively. Reflective journaling can also be a powerful tool in the alchemy of adversity. By taking time to write about your challenges and your responses to them, you can gain valuable insights into your thought patterns and behaviors. This self-awareness is crucial for personal growth and can help you identify areas for improvement. Mentorship and guidance can also play a vital role in this process. Sometimes, we're too close to our own situations to see the opportunities within them. A mentor or trusted advisor can offer fresh perspectives and insights, helping us to see the potential for growth in our challenges. To help you start implementing these ideas, let's explore some practical exercises. One powerful practice is the challenge reframe. When you're faced with a difficult situation, take a moment to write down the challenge you're facing. Then, challenge yourself to list at least 3 potential opportunities for growth or learning within that situation. This exercise can help train your mind to automatically look for the positive potential in adversity. Another useful exercise is the growth mindset mantra. Choose a phrase that encapsulates the idea of growth through challenges, such as, "Obstacles are opportunities in disguise," or "I grow stronger with every challenge I face." Repeat this mantra to yourself when you're faced with difficulties. Over time, this can help rewire your brain to approach challenges with a growth mindset. As you integrate these practices into your life, you're likely to notice some significant changes. Your problem-solving skills may improve as you learn to approach challenges creatively. You might experience enhanced personal growth as you consistently push yourself out of your comfort zone. And perhaps most importantly, you may find yourself becoming more adaptable, better able to navigate the ever-changing landscape of life with grace and resilience. Of course, like any significant shift in perspective, embracing the alchemy of adversity can come with its challenges. You might find yourself resistant to change, especially when faced with particularly difficult obstacles. If this happens, remind yourself that discomfort is often a sign of growth. Take a deep breath, acknowledge your feelings, and then gently encourage yourself to look for the opportunity within the challenge. Another common difficulty is struggling to find opportunities in adversity, especially when dealing with particularly painful or traumatic experiences. It's important to remember that the alchemy of adversity doesn't mean denying the reality of pain or difficulty. It's okay to acknowledge that some experiences are genuinely hard. The key is to allow yourself to feel those difficult emotions while also remaining open to the possibility of growth. If you're finding it consistently difficult to see opportunities in your challenges, it might be helpful to seek support. This could be in the form of a mentor, a therapist, or a supportive friend who can offer fresh perspectives and encouragement. Sometimes, we need others to help us see the potential for growth that we might be missing. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on what you've learned. You've begun to uncover the power of the alchemy of adversity, this ability to transform challenges into catalysts for growth and personal power. You've learned strategies to reframe obstacles as opportunities, to set improvement goals, and to cultivate a growth mindset in the face of adversity. But remember, this is just one more piece of the puzzle in our journey to embrace obstacles and turn pain into power. In the next chapter, we'll explore a quality that serves as the bedrock of personal transformation. We'll delve into a characteristic that, when cultivated, can help you weather any storm and emerge stronger on the other side. The path ahead holds secrets that will challenge your preconceptions about strength and vulnerability, revealing a paradoxical truth that lies at the heart of true resilience. Chapter 8. Resilient Heart. Have you ever marveled at how some people seem to bounce back from adversity, emerging not just intact, but somehow stronger? It's as if they possess an inner wellspring of strength, a secret reservoir they can draw upon in times of need. As we explore this chapter, you'll discover that this wellspring isn't a gift bestowed upon a lucky few, but a quality that can be cultivated within each of us. Think back to a time when you faced a significant setback. How did you respond? Did you feel overwhelmed, or did you find a way to push through? What if I told you that the difference between these two responses lies not in the nature of the challenge itself, but in a quality that you can develop and strengthen over time? This quality, this inner strength that allows us to weather life's storms and emerge stronger on the other side, is what we call resilience. It's the heart of our ability to embrace obstacles and turn pain into power. But what exactly is resilience, and why is it so crucial in our journey of personal growth? Resilience isn't about being unaffected by challenges or hardships. It's not about having a heart of stone that nothing can penetrate. Instead, think of resilience as having a heart that's both strong and flexible, like a willow tree that bends in the storm but doesn't break. It's about having the capacity to experience the full range of human emotions, including pain, fear, and disappointment, and still find a way to move forward. The importance of resilience in overcoming challenges cannot be overstated. When we're resilient, we're better equipped to handle stress, to adapt to change, and to bounce back from setbacks. Resilience gives us the psychological stamina to face obstacles head-on, to learn from our experiences, and to grow stronger with each challenge we overcome. But what makes some people more resilient than others? Is it something we're born with, or can it be developed? Research in psychology has shown that while some aspects of resilience may be influenced by genetics, it's largely a skill that can be learned and strengthened over time. Several psychological factors contribute to resilience. These include having a positive outlook, the ability to regulate emotions, mental flexibility, a sense of purpose, and strong social connections. People who are resilient tend to view challenges as temporary and manageable. They're able to keep things in perspective and maintain a hopeful outlook, even in difficult times. So how do we go about building this resilience? One powerful technique is practicing cognitive reframing. This involves consciously changing the way we think about challenging situations. Instead of seeing a setback as a failure, we can choose to view it as a learning opportunity. This shift in perspective can help us maintain a sense of hope and possibility even in the face of adversity. Another important aspect of building resilience is developing emotional regulation skills. This involves learning to recognize and manage our emotional responses to stress and challenges. Techniques like mindfulness meditation and deep breathing exercises can be incredibly helpful in this regard, allowing us to stay calm and centered even in turbulent times. It's also crucial to recognize that resilience isn't something we build in isolation. The role of community and support in fostering resilience cannot be overstated. Having strong, supportive relationships provides us with a safety net when times get tough. These connections offer emotional support, practical help, and different perspectives that can help us navigate challenges more effectively. Let's look at a real-life example of resilience in action. Consider the story of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before her success, Rowling faced numerous setbacks. She was a single mother living on welfare, struggling with depression, and facing repeated rejections from publishers. Yet, she persevered. Rowling later reflected that it was rock bottom that became the solid foundation on which she rebuilt her life. Her resilience allowed her to transform her pain into creativity and ultimately incredible success. To help you start building your own resilience, let's explore some practical exercises. One powerful practice is the 3 good things exercise. Each night before bed, write down 3 good things that happened during the day, no matter how small. This practice helps train your brain to look for the positive, even in challenging times, which is a key aspect of resilience. Another useful exercise is creating a resilience toolkit. This involves identifying the coping strategies that work best for you when facing challenges. These might include physical activities like going for a run, relaxation techniques like deep breathing, or social strategies like calling a friend for support. Having these tools readily available can help you respond more effectively when faced with adversity. As you integrate these practices into your life, you're likely to notice some significant changes. Your overall resilience may increase, allowing you to bounce back more quickly from setbacks. You might find yourself developing stronger support networks as you recognize the importance of community in building resilience. And perhaps most importantly, you may discover a greater ability to face life's challenges with courage and grace. Of course, like any significant personal growth, building resilience can come with its challenges. You might find yourself feeling isolated at times, especially if you're going through a particularly difficult period. If this happens, remind yourself that seeking support is a sign of strength, not weakness. Reach out to friends, family, or a professional if you need help. Another common difficulty is feeling like you're not making progress in building resilience, especially when faced with repeated challenges. Remember that building resilience is a process, not a destination. Every time you face a challenge, you're strengthening your resilience muscles, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment. If you're finding it consistently difficult to build resilience, it might be helpful to seek professional support. A therapist or counselor can provide personalized strategies and support to help you develop greater resilience. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on what you've learned. You've begun to uncover the power of the resilient heart, this inner strength that allows us to face life's challenges with courage and grace. You've learned strategies to build resilience, to cultivate supportive relationships, and to bounce back from setbacks stronger than before. But remember, this is just one more piece of the puzzle in our journey to embrace obstacles and turn pain into power. In the next chapter, we'll explore a quality that serves as the driving force behind all great achievements. We'll delve into a characteristic that, when cultivated, can help you overcome any obstacle and achieve even your most ambitious goals. The path ahead holds secrets that will challenge your understanding of success and failure, revealing a timeless truth about the nature of human potential and the power of unwavering commitment. Chapter 9, Unyielding Spirit. Have you ever wondered what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who fall short? What is that intangible quality that allows some individuals to push through seemingly insurmountable obstacles while others give up at the first sign of resistance? As we delve into this chapter, you'll discover a force so powerful it can overcome any obstacle, a strength that lies dormant within each of us, waiting to be awakened. Think back to a time when you set a significant goal for yourself. Perhaps it was a career ambition, a personal challenge, or a lifelong dream. How did you fare? Did you reach your goal, or did you find yourself faltering along the way? What if I told you that the difference between success and failure often lies not in talent or luck, but in a quality that you can cultivate and strengthen over time? This quality, this inner fire that fuels our journey through life's challenges, is what we call the unyielding spirit. It's the heart of our ability to persist in the face of adversity, to to keep moving forward even when the path is unclear or fraught with difficulties. But what exactly is this unyielding spirit, and why is it so crucial in our journey of embracing obstacles and turning pain into power? The unyielding spirit is not about blind stubbornness or a refusal to adapt. Rather, it's about maintaining an unwavering commitment to your goals and values, even in the face of setbacks and challenges. It's about understanding that meaningful achievements often require sustained effort over time, what we might call the long game. The importance of this perseverance in achieving our goals cannot be overstated. When we cultivate an unyielding spirit, we develop the capacity to weather storms, to push through periods of doubt and difficulty, and to maintain our focus on our ultimate objectives. This steadfastness becomes our anchor, keeping us grounded and moving forward even when the winds of adversity threaten to blow us off course. But what does it mean to understand the long game? It's about recognizing that significant achievements rarely happen overnight. Whether we're talking about building a successful business, mastering a skill, or achieving personal growth, these goals typically require sustained effort over an extended period. The long game is about maintaining your commitment and effort, not just for days or weeks, but for months and years if necessary. The benefits of this steadfastness are manifold. When we approach our goals with an unyielding spirit, we develop a deeper sense of purpose and direction in our lives. We become more resilient in the face of setbacks, understanding that temporary failures are just part of the journey, not the end of it. And perhaps most importantly, we develop the mental toughness required to tackle even the most ambitious goals. So how do we go about developing this unyielding spirit? One powerful technique is effective goal setting. This involves not just identifying what we want to achieve, but breaking it down into manageable steps and creating a clear plan of action. Vision boards can be a helpful tool in this process, providing a visual representation of our goals that can inspire and motivate us on a daily basis. Another crucial aspect of developing perseverance is learning how to overcome setbacks and failures. This involves reframing our perception of failure, seeing it not as an endpoint, but as a stepping stone on the path to success. Every setback becomes an opportunity to learn, to adjust our approach, and to come back stronger. Let's look at a real-life example of the unyielding spirit in action. Consider the story of Sylvester Stallone, the actor and filmmaker. Before his breakthrough with Rocky, Stallone faced years of rejection and financial struggle. At one point, he was so broke, he had to sell his dog to make ends meet. But Stallone refused to give up on his dream. He wrote the script for Rocky in just 3 days and then turned down significant offers for the script unless he could star in the film. His perseverance paid off. Rocky became a massive hit, launching Stallone's career and allowing him to buy back his beloved dog. To help you start cultivating your own unyielding spirit, let's explore some practical exercises. One powerful practice is creating a detailed vision board for your goals. This involves gathering images, words, and symbols that represent your objectives and arranging them on a board. Place this board somewhere you'll see it daily, allowing it to serve as a constant reminder of what you're working towards. Another useful exercise is the 5 whys technique for goal setting. When you set a goal, ask yourself why it's important to you. Then ask why that reason is important, and so on, 5 times. This helps you dig deeper into your motivations, uncovering the core values and desires that drive your goals. Understanding these deeper motivations can provide powerful fuel for your perseverance when times get tough. As you integrate these practices into your life, you're likely to notice some significant changes. You may find yourself achieving long-term goals that once seemed out of reach. Your determination may be enhanced, allowing you to push through challenges that would have deterred you in the past. And perhaps most importantly, you may develop greater mental toughness, equipping you to face life's obstacles with confidence and resolve. Of course, cultivating an unyielding spirit is not without its challenges. One common pitfall is burnout. In our enthusiasm to persist, we might push ourselves too hard, neglecting self-care and balance. Remember, perseverance is about sustained effort over time, not running yourself into the ground. It's crucial to balance your determination with self-compassion and rest. Another potential difficulty is a perceived lack of progress. When we're working towards big goals, it can sometimes feel like we're not making headway, especially in the early stages. This is where the importance of celebrating small wins comes in. Acknowledge and appreciate every step forward, no matter how small. These small victories can provide the motivation to keep going when the journey feels long. If you're finding it consistently difficult to maintain your perseverance, it might be helpful to revisit your goals and your why. Are these goals truly aligned with your values and desires? Sometimes what we think we want isn't actually what we need or truly desire. Don't be afraid to adjust your goals if necessary. True perseverance is about staying committed to your authentic path, not stubbornly sticking to a goal that no longer serves you. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on what you've learned. You've begun to uncover the power of the unyielding spirit. This inner strength that allows us to persist in the face of challenges and achieve our most ambitious goals. You've learned strategies to cultivate perseverance, to set meaningful goals, and to maintain your commitment over the long haul. But remember, this is just one more piece of the puzzle in our journey to embrace obstacles and turn pain into power. In the next chapter, we'll explore a force that can supercharge your perseverance and infuse your journey with joy and enthusiasm. We'll delve into a quality that, when harnessed, can transform even the most daunting challenges into exciting opportunities for growth and self-expression. The path ahead holds secrets that will ignite your inner fire, revealing a source of motivation so powerful it can overcome any obstacle and fuel your journey to extraordinary achievement. Chapter 10. Passion's Flame. Have you ever felt a surge of energy so powerful that it seemed to light you up from within? A force so compelling that it made obstacles shrink and challenges transform into exciting opportunities. As we delve into this chapter, you'll discover a source of motivation so potent that it can turn even the most daunting journey into an exhilarating adventure. Think back to a time when you were completely absorbed in an activity, losing track of time and forgetting about everything else. What were you doing? How did it make you feel? What if I told you that this state of flow, this sense of joyful engagement, holds the key to not just overcoming obstacles, but to transforming your entire life? This inner fire, this wellspring of energy and enthusiasm, is what we call passion's flame. It's the heart of our ability to persevere in the face of challenges, to find joy in the journey, and to infuse our lives with meaning and purpose. But what exactly is passion, and why is it so crucial in our journey of embracing obstacles and turning pain into power? Passion isn't just about fleeting excitement or momentary pleasure. It's a deep, abiding sense of purpose and enthusiasm that fuels our actions and gives direction to our lives. When we're passionate about something, obstacles become challenges to overcome rather than barriers to stop us. Setbacks become opportunities for growth rather than reasons to give up. In essence, passion transforms our relationship with difficulty, making the journey of overcoming obstacles not just bearable, but exciting and fulfilling. The role of passion in overcoming challenges cannot be overstated. When we're passionate about our goals, we tap into a wellspring of motivation that can carry us through even the toughest times. It's like having an internal engine that keeps pushing us forward, even when the road gets steep or the path becomes unclear. But here's the thing, passion isn't always obvious or easy to find. Many of us go through life feeling a vague sense of dissatisfaction, knowing that something is missing but not quite sure what it is. So how do we go about discovering our passion? One powerful technique is what I call the childhood dream excavation. Think back to your childhood. What did you love to do? What activities made you lose track of time? What did you dream of becoming? Often, our childhood interests hold clues to our deepest passions. As we grow older, we often bury these dreams under layers of practicality and societal expectations. Excavating them can be a first step towards rekindling our passion. Another important aspect of discovering passion is understanding the importance of purpose. Passion isn't just about what we enjoy doing, it's about what gives our lives meaning. Ask yourself, what problems do I feel compelled to solve? What injustices do I want to right? What beauty do I want to create or preserve? The answers to these questions can point you towards your true passions. Once we've discovered our passion, the next challenge is nurturing it. This involves finding a balance between passion and practicality. While it's important to follow our dreams, we also need to find ways to integrate our passions into our real-world lives. This might mean finding ways to incorporate our passions into our careers, or carving out time in our busy schedules to pursue our passions as hobbies or side projects. Keeping the flame of passion alive also requires ongoing effort. It's easy to let the demands of daily life dampen our enthusiasm. That's why it's crucial to regularly reconnect with the source of our passion. This might involve setting aside time for focused practice, seeking out new challenges that stretch our skills, or connecting with others who share our interests. Let's look at a real-life example of passion in action. Consider the story of Jane Goodall, the renowned primatologist. As a child, Goodall was fascinated by animals and dreamed of studying them in Africa. Despite lacking formal scientific training, she pursued this passion relentlessly. Her groundbreaking work with chimpanzees not only revolutionized our understanding of these animals, but also transformed conservation efforts worldwide. Even in her 80s, Goodall continues to travel the world, advocating for environmental conservation. Her passion has not only fueled her own remarkable journey, but has inspired countless others to pursue their dreams and work towards a better world. To help you start kindling your own passion's flame, let's explore some practical exercises. One powerful practice is what I call the joy journal. Each day, take a few minutes to write down moments or activities that brought you joy or a sense of engagement. Over time, patterns may emerge, pointing you towards your true passions. Another useful exercise is the Passion Project Experiment. Choose an area of interest and commit to exploring it for a set period, say 30 days. This might involve taking a class, reading books on the subject, or practicing a new skill. At the end of the period, reflect on how the experience made you feel. Did it energize you? Did you find yourself wanting to learn more? This experimentation can help you discover or confirm your passions. As you integrate these practices into your life, you're likely to notice some significant changes. Your motivation may be enhanced, allowing you to tackle challenges with renewed energy and enthusiasm. You might experience greater fulfillment as you align your actions with your deepest values and interests. And you may find your performance improving in various areas of your life, fueled by the energy of your passion. Of course, living passionately is not without its challenges. One common pitfall is passion burnout. In our enthusiasm, we might push ourselves too hard, neglecting other important aspects of our lives. Remember, sustainable passion requires balance. It's important to take care of your physical and emotional well-being, maintain relationships, and attend to practical responsibilities. Another potential difficulty is a lack of direction. Sometimes, even when we've identified our passions, we might struggle to translate them into concrete goals or actions. If you find yourself in this situation, it can be helpful to seek mentorship or guidance from others who have successfully pursued similar passions. You might also benefit from breaking your passion into smaller, more manageable projects or goals. If you're finding it consistently difficult to sustain your passion, it might be helpful to revisit your why. Why is this passion important to you? How does it align with your values and long-term goals? Sometimes, reconnecting with the deeper purpose behind our passions can reignite our enthusiasm and commitment. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on what you've learned. You've begun to uncover the power of passion's flame, this inner fire that can fuel your journey through life's challenges and infuse your days with meaning and purpose. You've learned strategies to discover your passions, to nurture them, and to integrate them into your daily life. But remember, this is just one more piece of the puzzle in our journey to embrace obstacles and turn pain into power. In the next chapter, we'll explore a force that can sustain your passion and drive your progress even when external rewards are scarce. We'll delve into a source of motivation so powerful and enduring that it can carry you through any challenge and propel you towards your highest aspirations. The path ahead holds secrets that will revolutionize your understanding of motivation, revealing a wellspring of energy and determination that lies within you, waiting to be tapped. Chapter 11, Inner Fire. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have an inexhaustible wellspring of energy and motivation, even in the face of daunting challenges? What is it that keeps them going when others might give up? As we delve into this chapter, you'll discover a source of motivation so powerful and enduring that it can sustain you through any obstacle and propel you towards your highest aspirations. Think back to a time when you were deeply engrossed in an activity, not because you had to do it, but simply because you found it inherently rewarding. Perhaps you were creating art, solving a challenging puzzle, or helping someone in need. How did it feel? Did you notice how time seemed to fly by, how your energy seemed boundless? What if I told you that this state of joyful engagement holds the key to not just overcoming obstacles, but to living a life of sustained motivation and fulfillment? This inner wellspring of energy and enthusiasm is what we call the inner fire. It's the heart of our ability to persevere in the face of challenges, to find joy in the journey, and to maintain our motivation even when external rewards are scarce. But what exactly is this inner fire, and why is it so crucial in our journey of embracing obstacles and turning pain into power? The inner fire is closely linked to what psychologists call intrinsic motivation. This is the drive to engage in an activity because it's inherently interesting or enjoyable rather than because of external rewards or pressures. When we're intrinsically motivated, we don't need prizes, accolades, or the fear of punishment to keep us going. The activity itself is its own reward. The importance of intrinsic motivation in overcoming challenges and achieving long-term success cannot be overstated. When we're driven by our inner fire, obstacles become interesting puzzles to solve rather than insurmountable barriers. Setbacks become opportunities for learning and growth rather than reasons to give up. In essence, intrinsic motivation transforms our relationship with difficulty, making the journey of overcoming obstacles not just bearable, but exciting and fulfilling. But why is intrinsic motivation so powerful? The psychology behind it is fascinating. When we're intrinsically motivated, we tap into our natural human tendencies for curiosity, self-improvement, and mastery. We're not just going through the motions, we're fully engaged, both mentally and emotionally. This state of engagement activates our problem-solving abilities, enhances our creativity, and increases our persistence. Moreover, pursuing inherently rewarding activities has numerous benefits beyond just helping us overcome obstacles. It leads to greater job satisfaction, enhanced creativity, improved performance, and a deeper sense of well-being. When we're driven by our inner fire, we're not just surviving, we're thriving. So how do we go about finding and fueling our inner fire? One powerful approach is to identify activities that spark joy and engagement. These are the things that make you lose track of time, that you find yourself thinking about even when you're not doing them. They're the activities that make you feel alive and energized. To uncover these joy-sparking activities, try this. For a week, pay close attention to how you feel during different activities throughout your day. Which ones energize you? Which ones do you look forward to? Which ones do you find yourself wanting to continue even when you're tired? These are clues to where your inner fire lies. Once you've identified these activities, the next step is to find ways to incorporate more of them into your life. This might involve reshaping your career to align more closely with your intrinsic motivations, or it might mean carving out time in your schedule to pursue these activities as hobbies or side projects. Another crucial aspect of harnessing your inner fire is creating an environment that supports intrinsic motivation. This involves several elements. Autonomy, having a sense of control over what you do and how you do it. Mastery, the opportunity to develop and improve your skills. Purpose, a sense that what you're doing matters and contributes to something larger than yourself. When these elements are present, they create a fertile ground for your inner fire to flourish. Let's look at a real-life example of the inner fire in action. Consider the story of Malala Yousafzai, the youngest Nobel Prize laureate. From a young age, Malala was passionate about education and women's rights. Despite facing life-threatening opposition, she continued to advocate for these causes. Her inner fire, her intrinsic motivation to fight for education and equality, sustained her through immense challenges and propelled her to become a global advocate for these issues. Even in the face of an assassination attempt, her motivation never wavered. This is the power of the inner fire. To help you start kindling your own inner fire, let's explore some practical exercises. One powerful practice is what I call the flow journal. Each day, take a few minutes to reflect on moments when you felt fully engaged and energized. What were you doing? What about the activity captivated you? Over time, patterns may emerge, pointing you towards activities that truly ignite your inner fire. Another useful exercise is the motivation experiment. Choose an activity that you think might align with your intrinsic motivations. Commit to engaging in this activity regularly for a set period, say 2 weeks. Pay attention to how it affects your energy levels, your mood, and your overall sense of well-being. Does it feel like work, or does it energize you? This experimentation can help you identify activities that truly fuel your inner fire. As you integrate these practices into your life, you're likely to notice some significant changes. You may find yourself experiencing sustained motivation even in the face of challenges. You might feel a greater sense of fulfillment as you align your actions with your intrinsic motivations. And you may see improvements in your performance across various areas of your life, fueled by the energy of your inner fire. Of course, maintaining your inner fire is not without its challenges. One common pitfall is the loss of motivation over time, especially when facing prolonged difficulties or setbacks. If you find your motivation waning, it can be helpful to reconnect with your why. Why is this goal or activity important to you? How does it align with your values and long-term aspirations? Sometimes, reconnecting with the deeper purpose behind our actions can reignite our inner fire. Another potential difficulty is the distraction of external rewards or pressures. In our achievement-oriented society, it's easy to get caught up in chasing external markers of success, money, status, recognition. While these aren't inherently bad, an overemphasis on them can dim our inner fire. If you find yourself overly focused on external rewards, try to shift your attention back to the intrinsic rewards of your activities. What do you enjoy about the process itself, regardless of the outcome? If you're finding it consistently difficult to maintain your intrinsic motivation, it might be helpful to reassess your current path. Are you truly aligned with activities that spark your inner fire, or have you drifted into pursuits that don't truly engage you? Don't be afraid to make changes if necessary. Remember, the goal is not just to achieve, but to thrive. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on what you've learned. You've begun to uncover the power of the inner fire, this wellspring of intrinsic motivation that can fuel your journey through life's challenges and infuse your days with energy and purpose. You've learned strategies to identify activities that ignite your inner fire, to create an environment that supports intrinsic motivation, and to maintain your motivation even in the face of obstacles. But remember, this is just one more piece of the puzzle in our journey to embrace obstacles and turn pain into power. In the final chapter, we'll bring together all the threads we've explored throughout this book. We'll weave them into a cohesive tapestry, revealing how each element, from the inner compass to the inner fire, works in harmony to create a powerful approach to life's challenges. The path ahead holds the key to integrating these strategies into a transformative way of living, one that not only helps you overcome obstacles, but turns them into stepping stones for extraordinary personal growth and fulfillment. Chapter 12: Integrating the Strategies for Lasting Transformation. As we reach the final chapter of our journey together, take a moment to reflect on how far you've come. From the first pages where we explored the power of embracing obstacles to our final discussions on igniting your inner fire, You've embarked on a transformative journey of personal growth and empowerment. But this conclusion is not an ending, it's a beginning. It's the launch pad for the extraordinary life that awaits you. Throughout this book, we've explored a range of powerful strategies and mindsets, each designed to help you not just overcome obstacles, but to embrace them as catalysts for growth. From the inner compass that guides your emotional awareness, to the silent observer that cultivates mindfulness, to the mind's choice that harnesses the power of attitude, each concept we've explored is a tool in your personal growth arsenal. But here's the truly exciting part. These strategies are not isolated techniques. They form an interconnected web of personal empowerment. When you combine the resilience of your unyielding spirit with the transformative power of the alchemy of adversity, when you fuel your journey with passion's flame and sustain it with your inner fire, you create a synergy that is far greater than the sum of its parts. This synergy doesn't just empower you to face life's challenges, it transforms your entire approach to life. You'll find yourself not just reacting to circumstances, but proactively shaping your experiences. Obstacles that once seemed insurmountable will become exciting opportunities for growth. Pain that once felt debilitating will become a source of strength and wisdom. But the impact of this transformation extends far beyond your personal achievements. As you cultivate greater emotional intelligence and self-awareness, you'll find your relationships improving in profound ways. Your enhanced ability to understand and regulate your emotions will lead to more empathetic and effective communication. You'll be better equipped to navigate conflicts, to offer support to others, and to build deeper, more meaningful connections. Think about the person you were when you first picked up this book. Now, imagine the person you can become as you continue to integrate these practices into your life. You now have the tools to develop greater resilience and adaptability, allowing you to thrive in an ever-changing world. Your increased motivation and passion will drive you towards your goals with renewed energy and focus. Challenges that once seemed daunting will become exciting puzzles to solve. But here's the real magic. As you continue to practice these concepts, you'll find yourself achieving greater results with less and less effort. This isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter, more aligned with your true self and your deepest values. The strategies you've learned will become second nature, integrating into your thoughts and actions effortlessly. You'll find yourself naturally approaching obstacles with curiosity and enthusiasm, automatically reframing challenges as opportunities. As you reflect on your journey through this book, take a moment to acknowledge the growth you've already experienced. Perhaps you've noticed a shift in how you perceive challenges, or maybe you've found new reserves of strength and resilience within yourself. Celebrate these changes, no matter how small they may seem. They are the seeds of the extraordinary transformation that awaits you. Looking forward, I encourage you to set intentions for your ongoing journey of growth. How will you continue to cultivate your inner compass? In what ways will you nurture your passion's flame? How will you apply the alchemy of adversity to the challenges that lie ahead? Remember, this is not a destination, but an ongoing journey of growth and self-discovery. As we come to the end of this book, I want to leave you with a powerful truth. The obstacles you face are not barriers to your success. They are the path to your success. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of pain carries within it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. Your task is not to avoid these obstacles, but to embrace them, to learn from them, to allow them to forge you into the strongest, wisest, most resilient version of yourself. You have within you an inexhaustible wellspring of strength, wisdom, and potential. The strategies we've explored in this book are keys to unlocking that potential. As you continue to practice and integrate these concepts, you'll find yourself not just overcoming obstacles, but actively seeking them out as opportunities for growth. You'll discover a sense of excitement and anticipation in the face of challenges, knowing that each one brings you closer to your highest self. Remember, the journey of personal growth is ongoing. There will be ups and downs, moments of triumph and moments of struggle. But armed with the strategies you've learned and the inner strength you've discovered, you are equipped to face whatever life brings with grace, resilience, and unwavering determination. So go forth with courage and enthusiasm. Embrace the obstacles that come your way, knowing that each one is an opportunity for growth. Let your inner compass guide you, your silent observer keep you grounded, your mind's choice empower you, your resilient heart sustain you, your unyielding spirit drive you forward, your passion's flame ignite your path, and your inner fire fuel your journey. You are now equipped to turn pain into power, to transform obstacles into opportunities, to create an extraordinary life filled with purpose, passion, and profound fulfillment. The world is waiting for the unique gifts that only you can bring. So step forward boldly, embrace the challenges that await you, and prepare to be amazed by the incredible person you are becoming. Your journey of transformation doesn't end here. It's just beginning. And I, for one, can't wait to see the extraordinary heights you'll reach. Remember, the greatest obstacles often precede the most magnificent breakthroughs. Your breakthrough awaits. Embrace it and let your transformation begin. As you apply these strategies to overcome obstacles, you might notice a lingering challenge that could hinder your progress. There's a crucial piece of the puzzle we haven't yet addressed. It's a game changer that can amplify everything you've learned. To truly master the art of turning pain into power and achieve your full potential, you need to dive into the audiobook, You Are Not Lazy, your new system to end procrastination forever. This revolutionary approach will supercharge your journey, enabling you to apply the principles from this book with unprecedented effectiveness. Tap the center of the video now to continue your transformation journey.